Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Tigard Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, August 28th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you as I always do. So first off, we'll look at the active listing activity. So I show last week in Tigard, we had 29 new properties come on the market, just about the same as the prior week. And you can kind of see that that's varied from a high of 48 down to 28 a couple weeks ago. We actually finished the week with 161 homes on the market as of the end of the week. And you can see that it's been very steady over this whole period of time, basically. Had a low of 157, high of 166. So, it's been remarkably pretty stable inventory situation in Tigard over the past 8 weeks. The median price and the days on market for those actives. So you can see it's been on an upward trend in general. Had a low of 630 here about 6 weeks back, and got up to 665 a couple weeks ago. Dropped back just a hair this last week to 662. And then the days on market for those actives, you can kind of see that has risen from a low of 17 8 weeks ago. Kind of got up to 27 2 weeks back, ticked down a little bit this past week to 25. So homes definitely are hanging on the market, remaining on the market a little longer than they certainly were here earlier this year. Moving along to pending sales. So last week in Tigard, we had 25 homes go pending, and you can see that that's been kind of really close to what it's been. Had a low of 23 8 weeks ago, a high of 33, and over this past month again, it's been very steady. And the total number of pendings as of the end of the last week was 147. And that's starting to come down a little bit. You can kind of see it was, again, very steady for the first 6 weeks of the period here. Last couple weeks, it has been dropping a bit. Median price and the days on market for the pendings, that has been coming down in terms of price. Had a high of 632 8 weeks ago, and got down to a little under 600,000 a couple weeks back, and popped up a hair to just under 600,000 the last week at 599. And then the days on market measure has been rising. Had a low of 9 8 weeks back, and this last week hit 19. So on average, for the homes that have been in pending status, we're up to 19 days of average market time. So things are certainly taking longer to get into contract on average than where we were at earlier in the year. Close to about 3 weeks now of average market time. And then lastly here, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put the info together here, I show we had 23 homes go from pending to sold this last week in Tigard. And, kind of right in the middle of kind of where it's been for the most part over this past 8 weeks. And then when I look on a 4-week look back basis here, so last basically month of activity, I showed we had 101 homes sell in Tigard over the prior 4 weeks. And you kind of see that is a low here. So we are starting to see lower sales as the market has been moderating. And, that's certainly having a bit of an effect on the market. Median sold price and days on market for the solds. You can see where that's been. We kind of had a high of 650 here about a month and a half ago, and it's come down from there. This last week came in at 610, which was a low for the 8 weeks here, down about 9,000 from the week prior. And then the days on market, you can kind of see that has been rising along with the pending. So things taking longer to get into contract and sell. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale prices of percent of the list price, original list price. So you can kind of see we had a low of 5 weeks of inventory here, closer towards the beginning of the period. And then it's been, for the most part, kind of trending up from there. As last week kind of hit close to 6.5 weeks of inventory in Tigard. And the the sale prices from the list price, has been kind of coming down, although it's come back a little bit. You can kind of see over the past couple of weeks got down to just under full asking price here about a month ago, and then the last couple of weeks has been a hair above. So prices are holding firm right now, still in Tigard relative to sellers' original asking price for homes that are selling. So, with 6 weeks, about a month and a half of inventory and prices staying close to full price, very much still a seller's market, just not a more moderated one than what we've experienced here in the earlier part of the year. So I hope that weekly update's been helpful and informative for you. If so, always appreciate any thumbs up or likes, any comments that you have or questions. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel and follow along on a weekly basis and kind of keep up to date on what's happening in your local real estate market. So if I can answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. And as always, I really appreciate you watching and have a great day and week ahead. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.